Hey everybody, Day Trader Rockstar here, and a very important video on how to make money in the markets. Now, here at Day Trading Radio, as I host this beautiful show since 2007, we're on the air every day from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock and later in the evening, covering the markets and trading with a community of traders, like I said, for the last 15 years, 16, 17 years now going on. And I got to tell you, it's been a great experience, and we love doing this each day, and we're going to continue to do it. And it's become very easy now over the years to identify money-making opportunities in the market, and that's what I teach. I teach how to identify these things and also prepare you to take these trades, because understanding trading and seeing your trade is half the battle, but the other half, or at least probably even more, is having the patience and discipline and the mental fortitude to take these trades. These trades are important. When you deal with money, or maybe you're not dealing with money, maybe you're trading prop accounts, you'll still have that tendency to have self-doubt. So I've developed a methodology that consists of just the highest probability trade setups, and I've made it certain ways of delivering these alerts to traders, so I am there with them instantaneous, right on the mark. If you're trading and you're live trading, and you're gonna hear me come over your phone telling you exactly where to take that trade. This is something I've been developing over the last year of alert systems. Now, I'm going to just start off. It is going into mid-March, and we'll talk a little bit about the markets here in general. So I'm going to start off with a couple of charts here. This is typical March performance. Second half is better. This is again from Almanac Trader at Almanac Trader, and this is a typical March performance. Now this goes back to 2000, recent 21 years, 2003 to 2023, 20 years in election years, all the way back down to 1950 to 2020, as they are split up every 4 years. As you can see, the dotted lines represent election years, and this is the different indexes. You have the Russell, the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. Typically, on non-election years, it's kind of a flat month, and we start to ramp up towards the end of the month. But during election years, we have this little swoon here going into mid-March, and we call it the Ides of March type of trade, where we see that weakness coming into the Ides of March. Now, next week, we have that time frame coming in. So, with that said, and this has been a very good market to follow seasonal trends. It's been pretty much spot on all year and the last year. So this is something I really do pay attention to going into this next week. As you can see, the election year, the downward move going into the 15th. Now, here's another kind of view of this right here. And you can see the March here, kind of a little swoon here, and then mid-March into the late March, we start to move up, and we have a tremendous rally going into the presidential election. So this is a big pivotal month for us, March going into April. Could be a nice bottom before a large rally starts. Now let's take a look at the chart now, and on Friday, we actually have that daily chart. We actually have what we call a reversal candle. Now, I work with different candlesticks, only 4 or 5 different candlesticks. All of them are reversal candles, and that's the ones that I concentrate on. A reversal candle basically tops out or goes higher than the previous, in this case, a sell candle. It'll go higher than the previous high and then close lower on the day. Now, there's a couple different like candles that we talk about. Let's go over our candles right now, fast. In the high probability methodology, I call the reversal candlesticks the sixth indicator. All right, the sixth indicator. Typically, we work with 5 indicators. 3 of the indicators have to line up for a HPS signal. The reversal candle is a bonus. It really is. So we look at it, just a few of these candles. The hammer, which is, again, you can see that's a buy signal where we take out the lows and then we close on the highs, and it usually leaves this big shadow or a tail that we like to call, represents the handle of the hammer, and it looks like a hammer, right? And then the opposite of the hammer is a shooting star, and it's the same thing but on the sell side. All right. Then we have a bullish engulfing pattern and a bearish engulfing pattern. This is where we gap higher, or we actually gap lower on the bullish engulfing pattern, and we end higher. Now, the engulfing pattern represents the body of the candle. The thick part of the candle has to be larger than the previous candle, thick part of the previous body. It has to gap down underneath the previous body and then close above the previous body, engulfing the candle. Very good, and it's usually a bottoming pattern just like this. Same thing on the upside, or on the sell side, is the bearish. We gap up and we close lower. And then the last one I like to look at is called the piercing pattern. And the piercing pattern is basically the same thing as an engulfing, except we only push back halfway into the previous candle. We gap down underneath the previous candle, and then we close up above 50% higher than the previous the body of the candle. And the same thing on the downside. So the piercing pattern is the buy side. The dark cloud cover is what we call the sell side. Basically, it's just the opposite. What we're going to be concentrating on in this candle is the bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing pattern. So if we look at how this sets up, you have the market moving up, and all of a sudden you have the gap up and the close lower. That is our bearish candle. So let's go out to the candle here, and you can see we kind of gapped higher. That the gap represents where the body, the top of the body is. If it's in this case, it's red, meaning that closed lower than the body where it opened up. The top of that body is higher than the previous body, and the low of the body is lower than the previous body, causing this to be an engulfing pattern to the downside. Now, that's not the end of the game, because candlesticks used to be really big in the market. A lot of people would look, oh wow, a big reversal candle, a big piercing pattern, or dark cloud cover, all different type of things. There's books written on candlesticks, but that was all fine and dandy back in the day when a lot of things acted on it. But now if you look back and you look at some of the back testing of some of these candles, like even back here, we can zoom out here, and we look at some other bearish candles. Here we had a bearish engulfing pattern, and actually kind of moved up the next day before kind of rolling over. And that one actually did top out the market. We never did go higher than that. And that's what happens. And when you have a bearish engulfing pattern, the thing you want to do is actually just put your stop above that if you want to give that a ride. But in some cases, you just, I'm looking for other, here's like kind of a big bear. It's not a bearish engulfing pattern. This is a bearish engulfing pattern, but it's not a topping pattern because it's not taking out the highs here. It's actually in the process of just kind of getting the bounce, and then it gapped up and then closed lower. But the next day we kind of moved back up. So not every candle is equal. Now here, back here, we can see a little hammer where we took out the lows, closed a little bit higher, and then moved up. So, candlesticks are great, but they're great. They work great when you add them to something else. And we like to add them to divergences, like to add them to trend lines, patterns, recognition, and other things. But I wouldn't go for this just as the end-all top of the market, But it is a good sign, Actually coming into the Ides of March trade, and we have a bearish engulfing pattern. Everything does give me the feeling that we're going to get that pullback next week. So this is really important. Now, if we push higher through this, that's inshallah, as they say, so be it. That's fine. Markets have been super strong, and for whatever reason they're moving up, be it that they're pricing in the Fed rate cuts down the road, inflation maybe kind of getting a little bit better, whatever, maybe even the presidential election, maybe there's something to do with that. We're short-term traders when it comes to making money. I like to point out this for swing trades and stuff, and maybe we have an understanding of maybe where the market might be going and where we have to start leaning our trades, if we're going to be more bullish or bearish on our scalps, because it always is better to be with the trend. So this is something to watch going into next week. My bias is shifted to a negative bias in the markets going into next week, but I'm not, not betting the house or the farm on that at all. I'll watch this candle. If we actually go through it, that's just a tremendous sign of strength. I think it holds going into next week, and I think we start to pull back some. Now let's talk about how we make money off of that. Now here at Day Trading Radio, I trade we trade futures, options, and stocks. But one of the things I like to do is trade in futures is the short-term futures trade. So you could actually trade the MES micro contract. We're going to use the MES as an example, but you can apply all these techniques on anything that you trade. All right, we have people trading SPY options. We have people trading the NASDAQ, the Dow, Bitcoin. These patterns, this setup that I'm going to show you works so well and is so perfectly adjusted on our charts and how we identify with our quad rotation, our signals, and our bots that I am now forced just to trade the setup because it works so good. So I've developed an alert system that sends out these setups, and identifies when these setups are. And if you really want to make money, you have to have the patience and discipline to wait for a certain setup, and that setup is, of course, the divergence setup. But there's other things that you need to know with a divergence setup. The overall trend is very important. All right, meaning is the trend higher? Is it a downward moving market? Is it an upward moving market? How strong is that trend? Once you realize that, half the battle is done. Once you realize where the market is going, all you have to do is wait for your setups, and you're going to probably catch that momentum. And we did that flawlessly on Friday. Friday, I opened up a prop account, and again, the prop accounts has been very popular here. Day Trading Radio is just where you can open up an account and not even have to use your own money. You could actually get a very cheap account with the coupon codes. There's a coupon code right now for Bullinox. It's 90%, which gives you a $25K account for just $14.50. All right. And what that means is, and I'm not going to go into detail, you could always go over to daytradingradio.com. There's a link right there for that, and you could actually read up more on how to set that up. Go to benefits.daytradingradio.com/prop. All right, that's benefits.daytradingradio.com/prop. And I'll give you all the information, how to set it up, how it works and stuff. It's really cool if you don't have your own money to trade, or you want to kind of just trade and try to get a funded account. Now, I want everyone to concentrate on these 4 setups. It's always important to have the quad rotation on your side. That means you have your 5-minute time frame on your side. It gives you the bigger move. So we have a quad rotation divergence. We call that a quad divergence. So we have a quad rotation coil. We call that a quad coil. A quad rotation trend line and a quad rotation VWAP. Now, coil divergence, buy, sell, regular divergence, all good stuff. These are our playbook trades. This is what we search for. This is our go-to, trades. So I'm going to point those out for you. This is something I do all the time. And you have to understand how good this is, because there's no other way of understanding how good it is unless you recognize it and see it and trade it. It's easy to identify these. You're going to get the alerts. You have to develop your mind, your confidence, and your discipline to take the trades. All right. There's a couple rules of trading in downtrend markets versus uptrend markets. In this case, I always pay attention to where the 200 period moving average is, the VWAP is, and the 20 and 50 period moving average. 4 lines on the screen here. If they're pointing down, basically, the trend is down. It's a pretty easy concept to get a hold of. And you can get bounces on these downtrends, but you have to understand, a trending market down is going to give you more pressure to the downside. So any buy signals are going to be short-lived and must be taken, quicker. Now, if you have a sell signal on a downward channel, that gives you a much bigger move to the downside. So here is one of our really good, and again, look at the time here. This is at 8 o'clock. I do a lot of my trading not overnight, but I would say I watch the markets, and I do a lot of the trading between 8 p.m. and 12 o'clock. All right. And you might say, well, there's no volume or anything, but there is, especially for prop accounts out there, because you don't really have to need the volume. You just need to have the signal, and you're going to get the directional trade. In this case, right around 8:15, you had a textbook divergence here. It's also kind of right up against the VWAP. So we had a divergence and a VWAP and a quad. This was what we call a high probability ultimate setup right here. And this is something that I will send out. Market here identified a nice little downward channel, and there's nothing really here other than that divergence. Now, we did come break out of the channel, but there's no signal here that we're going to really break out. I am always looking for an important signal. Now, I do notice sometimes we have what we call sneaky little divergences, where you have a low and a higher low, like that. And that's a pretty decent angle right there. And there was a low and a higher low right there. And it's not much. A lot of people won't see that, but it's actually a good setup for a little scalp. You know, you could get a point or two on this. And when you multiply that by how many contracts you have, that actually makes you a little money. And again, you always have to have a reason to take the trade. All right. And this reason has to be a divergence. So I don't care if it's a small divergence or a hidden divergence or a sneaky divergence or a good pure divergence. You take those. You put your stop underneath the divergence or above the divergence. You know, in this case, the sell side divergence, you put your stop above that second stage. In the buy side divergence, you put your stop above that. You take your trade, and because we're trading the 1 minute time frame, we're not going to be in this trade probably more than 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so about 5 minutes, you're getting overbought. Most likely the trend is down. You're underneath the 250. You're probably going to get some selling. Not even to deal, even though the market continued to move up off of this. Sometimes we don't even want to deal with that. We just want to be like a machine. And that's what we want to do, be like a machine. Now, I'm going to pick up trading here more at, between that 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock time frame. So if you want to follow me and get these alerts, the overnight alerts, it's very, very good. You can sign up for the Zello alerts. If you're a day trading radio member, you automatically get those. If you're not a member and you want to get the Zello alerts, all right, I'll show you how to do that. We'll show you that now so we don't forget about that. Now, the Zello alerts are basically, let me see if I have any. I usually mark them down when we do see them. Like here we had a Zello alert right here. This was this was a quad divergence. We actually had a nice little divergence flag here, nice pop. All these annotations and lines on the screen represent during the day when I'm trading with our members and live on YouTube or what many of the different streaming outfits out there. You can actually watch these trades take place. So we had a Zello alert here. Again, to give you that example of what that Zello alert does, let's see if I could. This was actually this was actually yesterday.
Sell side divergence here at 5190 with a stop above 5193. Sell side divergence. All right, traders, we have a series of bear flags here. Like I mentioned on the show today, we're looking for more downside, but we have a quad rotation that's playing out right at 12 o'clock. Overall, this is a typical bear flag that we have set up. It's not a divergence to the bottom, but I am looking for a little bounce here up to 5160 before maybe turning back over. I just took profits into that long here at right under 5160 at the 50 period moving average. That was our goal there. We just touched the 50 period moving average. We're going to take a little lunch break.
All right, so basically, you see, these are the alerts that you actually get. You get these great little audio alerts on your phone. Now, it kind of outlining only the high probability. Remember those trades I just showed you on the board before? Those are the only ones that you receive, and you have to take those. Those are you're gonna get an entry, a place to put your stop, and kind of an update on where the trade could go and what I'm looking for. On average, when we have a setup, on average, I would like to say there's 3 to 5 setups a day. And when we take 3 to 5 setups a day on the MES or the ES, multiply that by your contracts, we're looking at 1 to 3, 4 points per trade. And again, that could end up, on average, I always like to say, on average, I trade the MES. We do a lot of copy trading here also, where you attach the accounts to my account. And if I'm trading the MES and you switch it over to the ES, where I'm looking to profit between $40 and $100, the trades on the ES would be $400 to $1,000. All right, so it's a big difference between trading the MES, 4 or 5 contracts versus an ES. 4 or 5 contracts. I like to trade the MES. If you guys want to take the trades in the ES, you just have to do the calculations and figure out what you would get on that. Now, for qualification of a prop accounts, I like to do this slow and steady because these setups work really good, and we average, like to average $200 to $500 a day in profits, and it takes a few days to qualify, but we don't take any wasted trades. Every trade is identified. Every trade has an alert going out with it. And look at this. This was right at the close, too. There was kind of a beautiful divergence right there. It was Thursday. There was a divergence right here, lower high. And when we see these, I mark them off and we take these. And you'll always see the market move in the direction of the divergence. This is something that you cannot afford not to be in or to miss. You might not be in front of your computer, and all of a sudden you'll get my alert that there's a divergence setting up, a quad divergence. Place your stop at this, and you could actually run back to your computer or just open up your computer and look at the setup, because lots of times we'll have a 5-minute divergence, and a 5-minute divergence, again, whatever time frame we're trading on, is how long is going to depend on how long we're going to take that trade and how long we're going to be in that trade. Typically, a 5-minute time frame. Let's see if we could actually show you one, if I do have any here. I'm going to zoom back here. They don't come around as much, but when they do, they are usually big movers. And here's actually, you could probably see one starting to form here. You really could see it on the 5-minute divergence is based off our 60-10 stochastic. A lot of this stuff is going to go over your head if you're not familiar with this type of trading. If you want to learn more about it, you have to head over to daytradingradio.com. I have many courses, many ways of learning. I teach, I coach, and I have a great membership. I actually have a special membership plan for elite traders who want to learn the system, and I walk you side by side, and we're connected during the day, and I trade with you using our walkie-talkie apps. There's only 4 openings on that, and you have to go over to daytradingradio.com for more information on that. The flag in an uptrend with a divergence is one of our best setups. When we have that, we strike hard on that. We strike hard. The stochastics, the divergence, the flag, everything here. This is like one of our best setups. Now, you say, all right, it popped, but then it came right back down. We're traders. We're not going long-term swing trades when we're looking at the 1-minute time frame. If this was a daily chart and we were looking at a daily, and each one of these candles was 1 day, a daily candle, then a breakout of a channel like this would be this would be probably a 20-day move to get up here. But it's not. This is a 1-minute time frame, so this is maybe a 20-minute trade to the upside. We're not, if that, we're taking profits. We're getting our original move. We're getting overbought. We're starting to scale out. We're leaving some on with a break-even stop, and then we're going to continue to take them off. Especially, we're not going to worry about trying to capture everything. We don't want to be in these stocks and think that we caught the low and we're going to run it up, and every trade's going to be 30 or 40 points. Those trades will come, but they have to have the 5-minute setup on your side. Right now we have a 60-10 divergence, which is a flag, which is just a continuation move. and we want to get this from here. We buy it here, and we sell it, outside the flag, somewhere in this zone. We trail it up, and then eventually our trailing stop will be hit, and we'll just be out of it. And we wait for the next setup. There's another little setup here. We take it off. Let me go back out here. We're still looking for 5-minute divergences. And they don't come around as much, but when they do, like I said, they are very good and important to grab. I think there was just that one before. We also trade what's called a quad rotation, and this is a set of stochastics where these represent each of these time frames. And time frames are important when you have a nice downward channel like this, and you're kind of waiting for your stochastics all to get oversold at the same time. Everything to get down underneath that 20 line. Finally, this bounced up, but this is still not above, and then they all come down, and then I line them up by putting vertical lines on them. If it's on, that happens, and you're on a lower channel line here, that's usually a great opportunity for a bounce. So again, here it is back here. This is already oversold. This is oversold. This is waiting to get oversold. Once you hit that 20 line, and they're all set up, that's when you typically get your bounce. So this is all about developing patience and understanding the rules that kind of keep you safe until a good opportunity comes up. So quad rotation, divergence, and bull and bear flags are the only ones we're looking at. Divergence, upside divergence, downside divergence. It is easy when we have patience and we have discipline and you have the right tools to get these trades. Now, I didn't show you the the way to get those trades. Now we have, if you head over to daytradingradio.com, as you can see here, head over to daytradingradio.com, you'll see this. You can watch the show. Just click on that. The show will be on.
And you're starting to rotate back down. You have
I actually have a little educational video on right now for the weekend. There's a lot of great information. You're interested in copy trading, attaching your accounts to my account, just click on that link there to get started with the prop accounts, and you want to learn more about that. But if you wanted to get and again, this is our membership, very reasonable. 3-month, 1 year, and yearly. Now I have this VIP membership. This is very important. There's only 4 slots left, and it is a 5-course masterclass, 90-minute courses, plus one-on-one channel to trade together, access to the copy trading project. This is lifetime benefits. The Day Trading Radio. We've been around. I've been here since 2007, trading with members, and we'll continue on into the future. This is an absolutely fantastic opportunity. Now, we just updated our membership system and stuff, so we actually have a sale going on. It's only for a couple days. The $17.99 is on sale for $9.99, but it does not come with the 5 master classes. It comes with 2 master classes. Just too much for the cheap price of $9.99. Which is, takes a lot of time. So instead of, if you want the 5 master classes and everything else, it's $17.99. That doesn't change. But if you want to get that lifetime and get access to everything else and get 2 one-on-one master classes, it's just $9.99. If you go to the site, you won't see it, but just put that out there. So email me at ironaction@yahoo.com if you're interested, if you want that, or dtrs@daytradingradio.com. Now, here's the live trade alerts. Click on, there's a nice link here. It tells you how to sign up for it. Click on that. It tells you all about the alerts and how they work, how to set up your phone, what trades they take, how often they work, how often they set up, and examples of all the trades. These are all the trades that we send out on Zello alerts. All right, very simple. Click on that. You go over to that'll just bring you right over to the Patreon site right here, and you scroll down to the let's go to the, let me show you where we are on this. All right, and you go to the Futures Trade Alert Network Plus, and you click on there to join it, and that gives you, it shows you how to sign up. You send an email to me with your sign-up name. I'll add you to the system. You'll also get access to the Discord and some other great things here, live alerts and trade alerts. Now there's other packages here. There's actually a nice little package here for the copy trading project. That's going to go up to $50 a month. The people are in there, are locked in, so don't worry. And this is going to go up to $30. So if you want to jump on that fast, this is already filled up pretty much. So we're going to close this tier off, and we're going to raise that to $30 a month. So if you happen to get this and you want to jump over there fast and grab it, it'll probably still be open for this weekend, and then next week we're going to start. It is filled up. It's the most popular thing here at Day Trading Radio. People love these alerts, and it's such a. I just rolled it out, and I said, I want to roll it out really cheap and just give people who support it an opportunity to get in at the base price, like I do with everything. Our Day Trading Radios started off at very, very low prices, and we slowly moved up, and people really enjoyed that. So this is our basic base price. We started, it's already filled up, so we're going to change that. We're going to actually start to raise that price. It's only going to go up to $30. It's $1 a day. So if don't take advantage of it, because eventually it's going to be $50 a day, $50 a month. All right, it is. You're getting 3 to 5 alerts a day. You're getting updates even at night. There's a tremendous amount of time and effort put into this. This is one of the best alert system out there. It's instantaneous. All right, it is instantaneous. So take advantage before it goes up to 30 next week, because that's when the sale ends on Day Trading Radio, and everything goes back to the new prices for 2024. And again, just excited to be in the markets all the time, especially at night, especially if you're a prop trader. The prop trading has been taking off here at Day Trading Radio too. We have so many people that qualify on these alerts, qualifying and getting paid, opening up their own accounts. It's just, the path is set for you guys, and if you want to take advantage of it, even if you don't have your money to trade and you want to open up a prop account, it's very easy to do. I'll walk you through it. I'll help you with it. Just head over to daytradingradio.com. Right now there's a current coupon out. I think the coupon's probably good for, let me double check. I think it was good to the, I had to check. Let me check right now. All right, the coupon is good until March 10th. What is today? Well, today is probably March 9th, right? Today is March 9th. So it's good for one more day. So jump on this. This is a good coupon. So what do you have to do with it? You click on join now. Now I always say when you qualify one of these accounts, you qualify, and you get a real account, and then with that real account, you get to split the profits on that. Now I'm simplifying it a bit, but that's basically it. Typically these things are expensive, but with the coupon codes, they drop it down to crazy cheap prices. So the coupon code is good until tomorrow is DTR90. It's 90% off, and you push it on you push it on that 20. It's only good for 25, 50, or 100K accounts. As you can see, the 25K account is normally $145. It takes $130. It brings down to $14.50. $14.50. That is absolutely nuts. The $50 one is just $17.50, and the $100,000 one is just $21.50. So this is a good one. Now, the one thing about this, it's only the first month, meaning you want to qualify in 1 month, which I think we could do, especially with the 25K. We told everyone to get one on Friday and go short. I did the same thing. I'm up $1,000 on it. I just need another $500, and I qualify on that account. So we'll probably end up doing that early Monday on the 25K account. If you have the 50K account, you have to get $2,500, I believe. So you have to make $1,500 here on the 25K. You have to make $2,500 on this one, and 3,000 on the 100,000, which is not bad. You know, the 100,000 account is actually the 3,000 is not bad. Sorry, that's the trailing drawdown. Sorry, I was going to say that's not bad at all. It's 6,000, the profit there. That's a little bit more thing. So it's 3,000 on the 50. It's 1,500 on the 25K. So it's doubled on the 50K. And again, you can see 6,000 on that. But you can see the trailing drawdown is 1,500 here, which I think is good 1-to-1. We're not going to hit the drawdown because all our trades are basically perfect trades, you know, and they all have a defined stop. So it's DTR 90. It's only good until tomorrow. Let me tell you what time it's good till. All right, checked it. I think it just says it till the 10th, so I'm guessing it's good until 11:59 on the 10th. So good until tomorrow midnight. The Apex has a 71% valuation coupon. It's DTR Apex, but it also gives you 3 days to pass. So normally they require you to be in the markets and trade the markets for a certain amount of time. Usually it's like 7, 8, 9 days. Apex sometimes gives you 1 day pass qualifications or 3 days. I mean, if you qualify in 3 days, you don't have to wait the other days, and you could automatically qualify. So that is good. Right now they have a 3-day off qualification with 71% off. The coupon is DTR Apex. All right, DTR Apex. So both of these firms are really good. I have an account in each one of them. And like I said, I just got one. I just picked up a 90% one on Friday and put it on our show and took that short, and we were up about $1,000 on it. We only need about another $1,500, and we qualify. The Apex, same thing, you know, and we could attach these. These are the things that you attach to the copy trading platform. So when you have a copy trading platform, that's what you would attach if you're a lifetime member. Copy trading is only open to lifetime members. A lot of other things are in lifetime members too. So that's how you get those, and how you get the those Zello alerts. Important, people. This could be done, you know, with the alerts. You're going to get every single setup during the day. I'm with you from 9 to 9:30. Market open, the bell rings till 4 o'clock, and then I like to trade, like I said, from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, identifying these setups for people, especially overnight traders. This is a great time to trade overnight. Overnight is actually a little bit better for the prop traders because the setups are there. The kind of the ghost trades, you don't have to worry about the trades, you know, the volume effect in the market. You could just sneak in there, lay your order out there, and get the momentum that the signals give you. You know, you get a nice move here at 2:15 in the morning on a divergence like this. 2:15 in the morning, a divergence. Not that I'm going to be trading at 2:15, but I'm teaching you how to identify these. A divergence 200 period moving average is perfect. That went from 27 down to about 24. That's 3 points. All we're looking for is 1 point to 2 points on multiple contracts. That gives you a few $100s. Real money or fake money, it doesn't matter. You're going to get there, all right? But you have to wait for these setups. And how do you wait for these setups? Well, you don't even have to wait for them. I'm going to deliver them to you. That's the beauty of day trading radio. I'm going to deliver these to you, all right? Oh, look at this. 5 o'clock. Beautiful divergence here. Beautiful. Find me a divergence, and I'll show you the stock market that moves in the direction of the divergence. When you have a divergence in a channel, the channel doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, kind of a range-bound channel. We can move that around. I could probably even adjust that like this a little bit more. When you have this kind of a downward channel, and we have a divergence, 9 times out of 10, a divergence in a downward channel will break you out of a channel. You hear me talk about it all the time. Every single time. I talk about this is another rule of our trading. At 5 o'clock, you could be raking in the cash right here. Raking in the cash. You got a nice alert. It's about 51.21. Give it the benefit of the doubt. You get a bad fill or everything. I always give myself benefit. I went up to 51.25, 4 to 5 points. It even went a little bit higher. But, the VWAP is always a good level to take that off. Here's actually a VWAP and kind of a little top there, and that moved back down, and then there was another divergence back here, and that moved back up, and it's just like that. So it's very easy. I guarantee you get my alerts. You get the you've become a member, and you get the elite membership, and you attach everything to. We work together in this. There's only 4 openings for the elite membership. The other memberships are open. That's great. Gives you all the access to the bots, the show, the real-time alerts and everything, the Zello alerts. But the lifetime is really, it gives you the courses and everything. And there's a little sale right now from $17.99 to $9.99. And that only includes 2 courses. But if you want the $17.99 VIP membership, that price is just for 4 people. There's 4 people left. I can only take because I dedicate a lot of time to that. So you have to head over to Day Trading Radio. You have to send me an email. It's actually the best thing. Send an email if you want more information on it and you need to know how to sign up for that. You can send an email at dtrs@daytradingradio.com. That's dtrs@daytradingradio.com. That'll get you in touch with me. All right. Look forward to trading with you on Monday. Get your Zello alerts so you don't miss in any futures trades. And the path is set. We know what works. All we have to do is have patience and discipline. All right. I'm signing off. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys Sunday evening, Monday morning.